DJ Lucky C representing Groundwork Boys at Shoneville and 99 Jamz. Rocking with Let Us Explain. Yeah!
Alright guys, it's Nikki with Let Us Explain, and I'm here with none other than DJ Lucky C.
Hey now. They do. You got that on point there. Look at you. You been practicing? You been okay, look at you. You something else.
So y'all know I keep my notes on my phone as always in every video. So we're gonna just talk. Is that okay with you?
I'm all about talking. All about talking.
So I'm gonna jump right in.
Let's do it.
Your history from others in the game is a little different. You went to high school in Maryland.
Yep.
Right?
Moved up to the DMV for about 3 years, and then I came back right after. So.
And you graduated from Barry in criminology.
Yeah.
So what was the initial vision for yourself?
The initial vision, it always involved music, but I kind of I was a nerd. I still am a nerd. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I love learning. So the initial vision was kind of like, well, I'm gonna do this music thing, but I also want to learn how to help at-risk youth. So that's why I went to school for criminology, to figure out, this is a study of crime.
Okay.
So I wanted to learn, like, why do criminals do certain things? Is it the mental thing, or is it, environment, or whatever the case may be? So I figured, and I'm still working towards it, but that's what's gonna help me help these kids in the future with music programs or art programs. So I want them to learn that they don't have to do crime because they live in the city, or they from Overtown or wherever. You can express yourself other ways and just use it as an outlet.
Your career path, as far as going from criminology directly into being a DJ?
I think it was timing, really. I mean, at the time when I really started taking DJing seriously, it was like it was a transition from CDs to laptops. I was young coming up in the game. I literally just moved back. It was my freshman year in college. Like, I seen all these DJs and I heard all these DJs, and something told me, yo, you're better than them. And I mean, I'm not even gonna say no shade, because it's shade. But yeah, I felt like it was time. Like, I always knew how to do it. I always had a love for music, but it was now time to put it together and really learn how to effectively rock a party and talk to the crowd and grow as that. So I think it was just time.
Vital for
the culture.
Everything.
The culture.
Everything.
The culture.
Okay, so I told you I've been doing my research. So
obviously, because you all right.
You're a father, but you're about to become a new father again.
Yeah.
So what is it? 2 sons?
Team 2 sons.
So team
3 sons.
3 sons. So
3 sons.
how has that fatherhood impacted your career choices, and how do you balance it all?
At first it was kind of difficult. When I had my older sons, I was still in college. I was still young. I was working a part-time job. Like, nobody knew who DJ Lucky C was at that time. I was just doing like little house parties and baby showers and stuff like that just to get by. But kids have a way of humbling you. Like, before my oldest son was born, I was a hothead. I used to try and fight security guards, and I thought I was, I don't know. I know. Looking back on it, it was like, bro, what? But it was just me thinking I was bigger than what I was, and who's gonna check me and all this other stuff. It's just that immature mentality that I had. But once my oldest son was born, everything changed. All my decision making was like, well, if I go to jail, who's gonna take care of my son? If I get shot, who's gonna, like, then when his little brother came 2 years after, it was like, okay, now I really gotta focus. I gotta really do this here. And I decided, okay, I gotta quit my job. If I'm gonna do this DJ thing seriously, I gotta do it. And I never looked back.
And back in the day, as you see you on social media, like, you would take your sons to school in the morning.
I still do, yeah.
You still take them.
Still do.
How do you go from being there, and then being like, okay, I gotta take them to school?
It's not easy, I tell you that. Like, if I don't have to go to sleep, then I just won't go to sleep. I mean, I did that yesterday, actually. I left here, G5, at 6:30 in the morning. They had to be at school before 8:30. I just stayed up. Because if I go to sleep, I'm not waking up, and they're gonna be late, and then they don't like missing school, so
it's important.
It's just a sacrifice. I mean, I could sleep during the day while they're in school, and then if I gotta pick them up, I pick them up before I gotta go to work, and it's just it took a while to find the balance, but I found it.
That's good. So that segues into what's important to you, to DJ Lucky C. Outside of that, what's important to Lucky?
Family is number one. I'm big on family, big on taking care of oneself, mental. Like doing what I do, it can take a toll on you. I think anybody chasing a dream and you're self-reliant, it's gonna take a toll on you. So I just try to stay in good spirits. Just try to focus on the task at hand and just keep elevating, keep growing. Because I don't want to be in the same spot I was in a year ago, 2 years ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago. That's not hot. That's not cool.
You have to continuously progress.
Of course.
In an interview, you pointed out that the road you traveled, those are your words, was different because you came from the streets. How did that lead to, various, coming from the streets, you did various mixtapes, you have a radio show, Jamz, Groundwork,
yeah.
So you came from a particular environment, the bottom, right? Yeah. And now you have obtained a portion of success. Do you feel as though you gotten to where you wanted to go?
I set this goal for myself to get on 99 Jamz 3 years ago. And at the time, I didn't know what it would take or how to actually go about it. I just told myself, hey, look, I want to get on the radio. So in that time, I'd already elevated a little bit. People started to know who I was via social media or through various events. But I just had set that goal, and it was just like, man, I got to do it by any means. And just coming from the bottom, when I say bottom, I don't mean like I was like dirt poor and struggled my whole life. Like, yeah, there were struggles, but when I say the bottom, I mean like I literally used to do and still do whatever, whenever anybody calls me. Like, I don't think I'm too good to do a kid party anymore. Like, just because I'm on the radio, I don't feel like I'm too good to do somebody's baby shower. Like, no, I love that because that's where you really interact with people.
True.
That's when you find out, okay, they like this song? Okay, this could work on the radio, or this could work in the club, or I can use this at another party. And that's how you really touch people, as opposed to being in a club where you're in a booth and it's packed and you can't really interact and see what works and doesn't work.
You have to keep one hand in the street.
Oh yeah, basically. Of course.
Because that's going to lead and guide you.
Oh yeah.
How do you define your style as a DJ? Like, what kind of DJ are you?
I am a DJ that loves to mix. Like if anybody has followed my journey and has heard the difference from when I first started to now, it's like everything is like telling a story. So when I'm mixing and DJing, it's not gonna sound like a train wreck where it doesn't make sense and it stops in the middle, and it's gonna seamlessly flow into the next song because I want people to enjoy themselves and understand where we're going. And it's basically building a vibe. Starting here, like we might warm up on a kind of mid-tempo vibe, and then throughout the party, throughout the club, we're gonna elevate. And by the time we get here, it's turn up time. It's go time. Not looking back. So,
who influenced your style, and then what kind of rappers do you gravitate towards? Like, who's your favorite rappers or musicians?
Who influenced my style? I got to give a big shout out to the original JAMsquad, because without that, I wouldn't have learned half of the things I learned now. So that's like Sam Sneak, DJ Fatboy, DJ BJ. Those were my big homies, still are my big homies, and they guided me at a time where it was during that transition phase from CDs to laptops, and they basically showed me how to build a vibe, how to really do a party, how to really interact with the crowd. Because there are DJs that can play music, then there are just DJs that can't. Then there are DJs that can talk on the microphone and they're great hosts, but they can't DJ.
Okay.
So I had to learn how to kind of do, because being around those guys, like, you can't, there's no stopping them. So me being the little homie, I said, man, if I'm gonna take over, I gotta learn how to do this, and I'm still learning. And as far as rappers, I like anybody that has a story, anybody that got some quality content, something that.
So your J. Cole's, your Kendrick.
Yeah, like that's what I listen to in my leisure time, because being in a club or various events, like, not to take nothing away from anybody else that makes hardcore music or this, that, and the third. I appreciate that too. Like, but at the same time, in my leisure time, I like to listen to old school hip hop, or I'm listening mainly to Rick Ross, because, or Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole. Like, I'm listening to that because it's different. It's a quality sound.
Okay. This one's gonna be a little deep. Now. So, dealing with the issues we currently have at hand, I hear people speak on, culture vultures. You hear that all the time. How have you influenced the culture, and then how can we counteract that here in South Florida, where people really do bite styles?
That is a tough one. Ooh, you really are?
I'm trying.
Nah, okay. What have I contributed to the culture? I would hope that I contributed the ethic of hard work. I hope that when people look back at the DJ Lucky C story, whenever that movie does come out, I hope that when people see it, they're like, well, he never let anything stop him. Like, people told me when I had my first son, oh, you're not going to do anything. Wow. I did it. People told me I'm not going to graduate from college. You can't do that, and you're just a strip club DJ. Oh, you're just a baby shower DJ. I've heard it all. But now when they see me now, it's like, oh, now you're just a 99 Jamz DJ. Like, people always want to put you in a box. So I hope for my story, what I've contributed to the culture, is don't let anybody box you in. If you want to do something, do it. Who's going to stop you? Nobody, except yourself. And as far as culture vultures, I mean, I wish there was a way to stop it. I mean, I've been a victim of it myself. Like, there's dudes that know I might have said something one time, and that's their whole style. They heard me say it, and they seen what happened, and they took it and ran with it. I mean, I don't appreciate it, don't like it, because everybody should have their own lane, their own niche, because it's genuine like that. When I first started saying, hey, now, I just said it just to say it. And everybody else around me was like, yo, it's catchy. Yo, you should do this. And I'm like, man, whatever. I don't care. Like, everything I think of is just organic. So I didn't really care too much about it. But then when I really started to see the impact that it had in itself, or when I first started saying groundwork, or when I first started doing this, people are going to imitate. But
is that flattering?
To me, it is. I laugh. When I see it, it's like, oh, okay. Well, you're copying this. I'm going to turn around and do something completely different. So, I mean, to combat culture vultures, I mean, we just got to speak up. Like, nobody wants to be that troublemaker. Nobody wants to start stuff anymore. But if you feel like somebody is taking your ideas and you got proof, speak up. Say, yo, homeboy, I thought of this. I put money behind this, or this is my idea. You need to come up with your own, and whatever happens from there happens. Like, I try to pay homage to everybody. If anybody were to ever feel like I've misappropriated their ideas or anything, I love to pay homage to anybody. I never take away from somebody else's ideas, and I think we need to do that as a culture. We need to appreciate what has happened already, what's happening now, and what we are going to do
in the future.
Oh yeah,
got you. So this is one of your quotes. If you aren't on a platform, no one is willing to take you serious. We see flashy cars, like even with this, it's kind of hard to approach certain people because they're like, all right, what's your numbers? What you got going on? And it's like, it's understandable, but give me a chance, So with that being said, Jen wanted me to ask this question too. So
what's up, Jen? What's up, Jen? Let me see.
Why are the new age DJs afraid to break records? Why?
See what you did, Jen? See what you did, Jen?
Why?
See, I've always said this. No one DJ breaks a record. I've always said that. And I don't care if anybody wants to debate me, that's fine. Now, it takes more than one person to effectively break a record, because I can work in G5. I'm here however many days. I can play one artist record. Every day I'm here however many times. If I'm only in G5, I'm only impacting people that come to G5.
Yeah, I get it.
If people only hear this record in G5 and don't hear it anywhere else, I'm not breaking the record. Now, when it comes to now that artist wants his record broken and he goes to the right DJs at the right clubs and does it effectively. Now, if I'm a customer and I go to G5 on Monday and I go to the office on Tuesday and I go to wherever else and I hear this record, now it's getting broken.
Okay.
But
it takes a village.
It does. No, I'm sorry, DJs. If y'all been saying that you're the only one breaking records and everything like that, sorry. That's just, I mean, it's my opinion. And I got facts to prove it. Like, but why are new DJs scared to break records? Because it's like, imagine you are doing a favor for somebody, and it is a favor, unless that person pays you. If you're asking me to do something and you ain't paying me, it's a favor. Yeah. So I'm in the club, I'm breaking your record, I'm doing what I gotta do for your record. You get on, you get a bag or you elevate, whatever the case may be. A lot of times what has happened was when these dudes elevate, they immediately turn their back on everybody that helped them because they got a little bag or they got a little whatever. So now the DJs or everybody else that felt shitted on, they just be like, well, all right, cool. Somebody like me, it's happened to a number of times. I don't take it personal. It's cool. I'm gonna remember that.
But I get it. It's difficult to help people, guide them per se into a particular direction, and then they turn around and they leave you behind.
Yeah, I mean, it's different. It's different factors. It's like it could be that, or it could be dudes don't know how to play new music. Like there's a lot of DJs that don't know how to play music, and that's just, it's as crazy as it sounds. It's the facts. Like a lot of DJs are DJs because they just got a laptop that's in Dre beats. Like you're not a DJ. Yeah. Like you should be able to control your crowd with the music.
Agree.
So if I'm trying to play this new record, I should know, okay, I got this hot song, I got this new song, and I got this other hot song. I need to be able to play this song, get them hyped, squeeze in the new song, bring it back, drop bombs, whatever, and let them know, hey, look, this is that brand new wah wah wah, this is straight out of woo woo, this is gonna be big, la da 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 da. Let it play, put the next song right after.
Understand.
It's like, I'm not saying it's easy to break a record because nothing is easy, especially in this city, in this market. Nothing is easy. But if somebody's consistent enough with it, if an artist really wants his record broken and he goes to the right people, and I'm saying the right people because you can go to any DJ and he might play it, he might not.
Or he doesn't have the impact.
Exactly, that too.
He can't get you anywhere because, like you said, he's in the same club every single night. Same 10 people come to the same place, so it's not necessarily breaking a record.
It's not breaking a record. I mean, it's not easy. Like it takes time for a record to break because I could be playing a record in April. It could have just dropped in April, but that record might not take off till July.
Understood.
It might not really take off. It's just, anything you really want to do is going to take time.
Agree.
And I think that the issue really is the disconnect between artists and DJs. Like, artists got to understand it's not our job just to solely play your music.
Wait. Next question.
Uh-oh, I'm jumping the gun.
You are. Why are some of the reasons we hear DJs say they don't get respect? I hear a lot of DJs in the club, outside the club, that say, we don't get respect. I'm not breaking your record, or we don't get respect. I'm not doing this, I'm not doing that.
I mean, I can't speak for those DJs. I can speak for me. A lot of DJs probably don't get respect because they don't carry themselves to get that respect. Like, you can't demand respect, but you're not doing nothing respectable. Yeah. Like, you want that respect, you got to go out and show these people that what you're worth. Like, why should I respect you? Why do people want to come and get their record played if you always in a mood, or you always want a bag, or you always talking about y'all artists this, y'all rappers this? Why would anybody respect you?
I agree.
But if you are giving somebody a platform on your own, if you choose to, anytime a DJ steps in that DJ booth, he's on his platform. That's his pedestal. We have the choice to press play or not. It's just that simple. Yeah. And if we choose to, And we put it on the social media and then all that other stuff, and we tag the artist, and that artist says, well, I'm not even going to do something as simple as repost it, or I don't even go see that DJ on an off night, or go holler at him just to go chill with him. You know, it's a problem. It's a hand in hand. The reason why DJs don't get respect, artists don't respect DJs, DJs don't respect certain artists. It's the problem with the culture. It's a disconnect. It's a disconnect.
So, in a couple interviews, you were so charismatic and bubbly, and then I was watching some other interviews, and you were kind of reserved. And like throughout time, you can see like 2011, you was like, oh, you were in an interview with Smash Zoo. He was like, girl, you look good, girl. You was exchanging, remember, man?
I was.
And then, like in another interview, you were just like very chill and reserved. Over time, does the industry do that to you, or
I think life. I think anything in life. You know, 2011, man. How old was I? Man, listen. I was young and I was energetic and I was this and the third. But then I realized, and there's nothing wrong with anything. It's just a difference in everything that I do now. I try to carry myself different than I did because I was a wild boy.
Yeah.
I was a wild boy. And I'm trying to like do something different now because I'm on a different pedestal now. I do things a little different, and I think everything just elevation. I can still get live now. Don't get it twisted. I still get live. I'm a naturally quiet person.
Okay.
I'm a reserved person.
Out of you.
Everybody, if people know me, they know that I don't say much. I was always the quiet kid. So I picked a hell of a career. Right? I picked a hell of a career because I had to always be the life of the party. But it's like I had to find that switch. And that switch is basically when it's time to be DJ Lucky C, like I could be dog tired walking into a party, a club, event, whatever. People don't care if I'm tired.
Yeah.
People don't care if I ain't been to sleep yet or I've been running around my kids. Or, they don't care about none of that stuff. What they care about is he gonna play the music I want to hear?
And hype it up.
So when I walk into an establishment or a party, whatever, it's like automatically I gotta be DJ Lucky C. Yo, what's good? Hey now, what they do? Whoa, 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 whoa. No matter how tired I am. And then when it's time for me to take a step back and calm down and wind down, the switch is off.
Understand.
So I think that when I was younger, I didn't know that switch. I couldn't find it. So it was really two extremes. Like if you caught me on a bad day, it was bad. Like I didn't want don't talk to me. I don't want to talk to you. Then I'll be like, I'm hyped. I can't slow down because I'm hyped. Now I'm in the middle now. If I have to, I can. And I think everybody in this industry should be able to. I think you got to learn to find a separation. I think the problem is people invest everything into their personal life, and now with social media, it's like nothing's personal anymore.
Yeah, nothing is personal. So when people are building their brands or they're building their careers, they think that people want to know about their love and hip hop type. And listen, I try to keep everything separated. When I'm with my kids, I'm with my family, my nieces, my nephews, whoever, god kids. I can be, if I'm out and somebody says, yo, DJ Lucky C, what's up? I'm like, all right, cool, we'll talk quick and fast. But don't try to initiate this business conversation in front of because I don't need them. Yeah, I don't want to do that. I'm not in that mode. I'm in my reserve mode. I'm with my kids. I don't want to do that. But people don't see that because we're in this world now where everything is supposed to be together. Nah. Yeah. If you don't want to take my card down or take my number and call me at another time, then we definitely can't do business in the first place. So I'm gonna be a little nosy.
Okay. In
that same interview, he was like, I don't go over 300. So.
What interview? That Smash interview?
Yeah. He was like, I don't go over $300. He was like, whether it's a kitty party, you over 300 now.
Oh yeah.
Wait.
That was a different time though. Like that was. I remember. This is when I really first started saying groundwork and doing all these other things. Like, man, I was doing anything for $150. Not anything. But like anytime anybody wanted something, man, at that time, I had this plan. I was like, man, I need to get on. I need people to know who DJ Lucky C is. So you had a kid party, you had a club, you had whatever at that time, I was there. And during that stretch of time, it was like, okay, damn, Lucky C's everywhere. Damn, Lucky C doing this. Damn, da, da, da. And that kind of carried over to what I do now. So now when people see me do a baby shower, a kid party, whatever else, go to a regular club and then go to the radio right after, it's not a surprise anymore.
Yeah.
Because I've been doing it. But yeah, I mean, the price is going up. I ain't hitting over the head though. I still, like I said, I love kids. So if you got a kid party, I think my prices are fairly reasonable for a kid party. No. You gotta hit the booking email for that. But I think my prices are fairly reasonable for events. But people also have to understand, I'm not a DJ that's just gonna come with my laptop and like a little small speaker and everything like that. No, I'm bringing out quality equipment, and I'm bringing everything that I bring out. I can come to your event with at least $3,000 worth of equipment.
Wow.
And that's just because I know what quality sounds like. So if I'm coming with $3,000 of my own money that I invested in, and you're telling me you don't want to pay me
the bag.
Because I was about to say a number. Because there's some people, boy. There's some people.
The bag.
So, like, one of my speakers will cost more than I'm charging you for this party.
Yeah. Okay.
And so that means I'm already taking a loss.
Yeah.
But it's not always about the bag for me, because that's why I got multiple hustles. So let's just say I don't have any parties on the weekend. Well, I done worked all week and I done did this. I'm kind of good.
Yeah.
Or I can do something else and make that money work. But
go for the culture.
I'm all about the music and the vibes. But people just got to understand, you still got to respect somebody enough to compensate them what they want. Like,
which
leads to the next
one. What advice would you give an entrepreneur? Because you are an entrepreneur.
I am.
You are your brain.
I am.
So,
what advice would I give an entrepreneur? Don't stop.
Don't stop.
Invest in yourself. Like, I used to be so scared to put up my own money, but then I realized if I'm not going to invest in myself, who is going to invest in me? So, and at the time
one of Oprah's sayings is, how can I be used for something greater than myself? So in the future, how do you see yourself being used for something greater than yourself?
I just want my story to serve as a testimony for people. Like, I just really want people to see that whatever you set your mind to, you can do it.
You can do it.
Because if I really listen to all those naysayers, who knows what I'd be doing right now? And it wouldn't have been anything to this magnitude. And it's just like, do you. Like, anytime anybody, I don't really tell people what I'm working on, what I'm cooking up. Don't let people in your game room. Like just, if you got something that you want to do, who is going to stop you?
I agree.
Like, there's nothing that anybody can say that should be able to throw you off if you really feel that strongly about it. Now, if it's something you just want to do just to do it, then hey, that's on you. But go 110%, 200%, 500%. However, like, you feel you got to go, like, be passionate about everything you do. Like, don't be flawed. Like, be real, be genuine. And I think that's something that a lot of people can probably say about me, is that, like you see, is genuine.
Yeah.
Like, you might not like me, which is fine. I'm not for everybody. I get it. But at the same time, you can never say that, oh yeah, he's flawed. Never. So as far as being used for something greater than myself, I just want to be a testimony.
What?
Like, just a testimony, a living testimony.
That's a fact.
Yeah, so.
All right, y'all, so.
We done already?
What, are we?
I don't want to.
It was that good.
Well, let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. I don't want to stop.
So we were here on Let Us Explain with DJ Lucky C. Wrapping it up.
You know it.
Catch us next time. Oh, and we
get down. Hey. Girl, you crazy.
I ain't look back. Niggas dry snitching all on they Snapchat. They can have that. I ain't tryna be a topic. Have a bunch of rat niggas all in my pockets. You know how they be when they see cheese. Wanna link up, I only gotta pay for me. Ain't no spot at the table with your name on it. I ain't never been the one to have money, homies. If I'm hurting, then I'm lurking. Gotta get up, get out, and get some, make it worth it. Took risks for them better days. That part-time ain't enough for me. Always made another way. There's no place, but I still play. Ain't no giving up, I ain't letting up. I just run it up. No postpone.